This video may contain copyrighted material used for educational, transformative, or commentary purposes, constituting fair use under Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Law. And it's also my
slow away. Hey now, slow Paulette. Welcome to the gang, no initiation yet. I'm all about fun, AI in the mix. Art and beats, come get your fix. Miss Piggy sis, she's a little cray, but that's just how we roll all day. Love and marriage, Huntsville got my heart. Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's tart. I'm creative, silly, don't pay me no mind. Just hit that like and subscribe to shine. Join the gang, come along for the ride. Click that button and let's vibe worldwide. We laugh, we dance, we do it all. Little Paulette's gang standing tall. AI art, AI sound, spinning around. Creativity's where I'm always found. We laugh, we joke, no need to stress. Just hit that like it's the gang's best test. Join the gang, come along for the ride. Click that button and let's vibe worldwide.
Hey now, it's Lil Paulette. What's up, y'all? I'm back with episode 3 of the Later Daters. How y'all liking the Later Daters so far? I hope that if you didn't watch it, that you started watching it now. This is season 1, episode 3. Be interested, not interesting. All right, y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the video. Leave me a comment in the comments and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out to watch my videos. And leave me a message, a like, a dislike, or whatever. Like Show Styles and Spirit always says, it all is the same thing. Just any type of interaction, we really appreciate. So we start off at the back at the date with Pam and Robert. Remember, Robert was getting on Pam because he was asking all the questions and she wasn't really asking too many questions about him. So he had a problem with that. And he said to her, "You don't really know anything about me." And Pam was like, "Yes, I do. I know a whole bunch about you." So he was like, "Let's play this game. What do you think you really know?" Not what you know. He said, "What do you think I want?" So Robert said, "You need to know that I've been in a relationship for 12 years before." So Pam was like, "Okay, so you want to get married again?" And he was like, "I don't want to get married again. You don't know because you don't ask questions." And she was like, "Well, you hope to." And he was like, "It's not that I hope to. It's that I will." He kind of sassy too, y'all. He a little bit sassy. Robert, you a little bit sassy, bro. So Pam then starts talking about something. "I want to ask you something. Do you know that we only use half of our brains and the Egyptians used all of their brain and all of this stuff?" Oh my God. And Robert is like, "What does that have to do?" And then she starts talking about something was stuck in Panama with the groceries. I mean, Pam, honey, sweetie, sugar pie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Obviously, Robert is not the guy for you because you're like really happy-go-lucky and you're in your own world. And Robert is really like straight to the point. And I don't think you guys are going to mesh well together. That's just me. But then again, you might. So basically, Robert interrupts her and says he has to go. I mean, she was just going on and on and on and on and on and about everything except for like relationship stuff or stuff about herself or whatever. Child, I have no idea. So Robert ended the date and he leaves and he's talking to the producers and he says she is so 180 degrees opposite of who I am. He was walking away. He was going, oh my God. And Pam, she is like on the banister of the stairs, and she's like stretching and talking and like a little kid. She's like doing her own thing, and she's like, bye, like it is just, it's so funny. Okay, so the dating coach Logan calls, of course, FaceTimes her, and they talk about the date, and she asked Pam how it went and everything, and Pam was saying that the guy said that she talked too much and she didn't listen, but she said it was nervousness, and when she's nervous, she babbles. Okay, so that does kind of make sense. She also said she was hyper, and she said that she just wants to be her for a change. She doesn't want to go out on a date and pretend. She doesn't want to send a representative, basically. And if, like, the way that she is, if he doesn't like that, then she needs to just move on, basically. And I feel her. Because who the hell want to be 70 years old and going out on dates and then have to pretend to be somebody else to get some guy to like you? Girl, Pam, you should just listen to the young folk and stay by yourself. You'll live longer. Trust me, you'll live longer. Because men live longer when they're married. Women live longer when they're single. And do we have to guess why? Because he driving her fucking crazy. It don't be the kids. It be the man stressing her out and all of the things, because she's a wife appliance and a maid or whatever, and she got to do everything for some grown-ass man all the time. Yeah, all of that is why the women unalive earlier when they're married. But, hey. So the dating coach Logan told her that it's better to be interested than interesting. And that she should ask questions, because that's what people want when they're on a date. They want to be able to tell you about themselves. And, excuse me, guys. And that makes them want to see you again because you seem interested. Good point. So Nate is with the baby mama again, and she's asking how the date, what was going on with the date. And immediately they cut to a niece talking to her daughter about the date. And she talked about how Nate was dressed really nice and how he had flowers, yellow roses. And yellow, she said that means friendship. So she thought that was intentional. So, yeah, well, when I saw them on a date last week, I really didn't think that they would hit it off romantically, but they do look like they could be good friends. I don't know. What do y'all think? Tell me in the comments. Do y'all think, for those who's been watching, do y'all think that Nate and Anise make a good couple? I don't know. Nate has this kind of like goofy look on his face. A goofy, gentle look that he just has even when you look at his pictures of him when he was young. It's just his regular resting face or whatever, and it's kind of goofy looking. And that alone is like, doesn't go with Anise. Anise is like Diane Carroll, classy, Excuse me, y'all. For those who know, you know what this is. So, yeah, I would call her like a Diane Carroll type classy. Like, she could have been on Dynasty, y'all. She could have been one of them. But she would have been like the nice girl. The nice, beautiful woman on there. But, and Nate is like the type of guy who he don't really do nothing, but he got nice clothes and stuff to go out. If you guys want to go out and stuff like that, he knows how to act, and he is a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? At least from what I can tell. I don't know how he is in his relationships or whatever, but because a lot of people mistake how someone is as a friend is the same as how they are in a relationship when they hook you up with them. and then they don't understand how things didn't work out because the person was so nice as a friend. And one thing has absolutely nothing to do with the other. But at the end of the day, I think that Nate he liked her, but he just can't get past the age difference. Even though she's more active than him and acts younger than him, he can't get past the age difference. So, I don't know. Yeah, so Nate said exactly what I said to the baby mama. And a niece said exactly what I said to her daughter. So basically, she thought he was a nice guy. Everything about him was good except for that he doesn't do anything, because of the back injury stuff. And Nate said that she was a beautiful, attractive woman, that he thinks just a little bit outside of his age bracket, even though he doesn't really have a, thing against age. It's just his preference. So, yeah, it's basically what I thought. That's what I picked up. That's what my vibes picked up with them guys. Anissa's daughter thinks that she needs to, if she likes a guy, because they were still talking about Nate, that she needs to initiate and not go by what she thinks older men think. So, Anise thinks that older men, there are some older men who will take that as her being thirsty. And I think she's right. And the daughter said that she's just projecting that onto them. And it's her boomerness. But you're still young. You're younger than me. So how would you know? You're not the one dealing with older guys. So, yeah, I think that some men will, no matter what the age, they take it as thirstiness. Like, are you not on the internet? Do you not see these videos that these guys be making? Dwayna? So, I think your mom is more hip to what's going on than you are. But I digress. All right, my girl Suzanne doing a little cookout on game day with her daughter and her 2 sons. And I don't know if that's a girlfriend or a baby mom. I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to say that. A girlfriend or a wife who came with one of the sons. Suzanne tells them about her dates and with Frank and Avery, and how she's a little guarded, and how Frank has sent her. Frank was the first guy that she went out on a date with, and Frank has sent her Facebook requests and stuff like that, and she's going to keep it professional. So her sons are like joking with her, saying that she should just send him a LinkedIn thing if it's going to be professional. And so she's talking and saying that, the things that, how she feels about everything. And her son says, so you're hard to get. And then she was like, she thinks she needs to be at this age. And her son is like, yeah, you should be. And she was like, because I don't want to be a nurse or a purse. Honey, this is what I'm talking about. Suzanne said a word. She don't want to be a nurse or a purse. Wife appliance, none of that. See, this is what I'm talking about. Suzanne gets it, but then again, she don't get it because she on here dating. But maybe she could find somebody who won't see her that way. Which that's the minority of men globally, across the board, no matter what race, age, or whatever. But the majority of them, yeah, they'll be seeing you as a nurse or a purse bull, unfortunately. So basically, out of the 2, Avery is her top pick. And she says mainly because she feels like on the date, they just scratched the surface. And she's curious. She still wants to know about him. I actually like Frank better, but it wasn't, I don't know. Frank, maybe, like she said, Frank has a young child and he likes younger women, so I understand why she wouldn't like Frank. But the personality-wise, I liked him better. There's nothing against Avery. I like Avery too, but he don't look like he fits with Suzanne to me. They don't look good together as a couple like Frank and Suzanne did. They looked like a couple when they were next to each other. Just my opinion. Pam and her granddaughter Zoe get a FaceTime with the coach Logan. Pam is about to get dressed for her second date. And she reminds Pam to be interested, not interesting. So that's basically be interested in what the other person is talking about their life, their whatever they're sharing with you, instead of you sharing everything and doing all the talking. So Pam says she's not nervous anymore. The granddaughter said that now that she had one date, that now you see how it is, you should be okay. But she'll still be nervous. Just because she did it once before doesn't mean she won't be nervous. I mean, performers, they've been performing all their lives, and they perform in front of millions or thousands of people, and they say that they're nervous every single time. So I'm sure that she's still going to be nervous, but hopefully, her granddaughter said that she talks when she gets nervous, just like Pam was saying before. But hopefully, this date will be a little bit better, or the person that she's dating won't have an issue with her personality, basically. And, they'll like that she's jokey and talking all the time. Let's just hope, because I like Pam. So Zoe helped get her ready, got her looking cute, and she's off in the Uber to meet the next date. A niece is having a talk with her daughter. So she's talking about going on her next date, and the next guy that she's going out with is white. And the daughter asked how does she feel about that, and she said it can't be worse than the first date. That was Mr. Red Pill Dusty. And then they showed a flashback of him saying that, a flashback of him saying, my bed has never been empty. Y'all, I didn't even remember that he said that. Why would you be telling a woman that on a date? A niece said that she only dated a white guy. I think they went out on a second date once, I think she said. So a niece and her daughter talked about a niece growing up during the civil rights era, segregation and stuff like that. And she was asking, how do you get past that and date somebody that's white? And a niece said that her daughter helped her when she was in the 8th grade by falling in love with a little white boy. And that she told her, you can have this little fling, but you're going to bring me home some black babies. And she said she felt that it was wrong for her to say that. She had to apologize. And Dwayna was looking all shocked because she didn't even remember. But it does remind me also of me saying things like that to my kids as well when they were little. And I don't know, I think by like 3rd or 4th grade, I stopped saying that kind of stuff to them. Because for one thing, I come from a mixed family. And for two, and my father and my grandpa, all of them. And for two, who am I to decide who somebody can like or love? Even if they were kids or whatever, it's still not my place. It's not for me to decide. And that was just me breaking loose of, dumb things that you're taught when you're little, or that you see or you learn or you decide that you just gonna take up. Because nobody in my family ever told me that. That was me, So I just decided that that's wrong, and I shouldn't be telling my kids that. Because I used to tell them stuff like, if they can't use your comb, don't bring them home. But yeah, I stopped that, I think, when my daughter was in like 4th grade. Yeah. But anyway, such is life. You live and you learn. So Pam is arriving at the restaurant to meet her date. His name is Paul. He's 62. He's never been married. He doesn't have any children, and he's a singer-songwriter. Now, y'all remember, Pam is the one who ran away with a rock star and married him. It was her first husband when she was young. And that's the one who set the house on fire with the cigarette and unalived herself. So this is her type. This is her type right here. He's a silver fox too, and he says he don't beat around the bush like he used to when he was younger. So another straight to the point type guy seems like, oh my God, their pictures of them when they were young are so adorable. Okay, they look like they hit it off. And he was an Army brat. Pam was a Navy brat. Pam asked him, did he enlist in the Army like his family? No, he enlisted in the Navy. That is so funny. Her dad was in the Navy too, and he was in Pearl Harbor. So they do have some things in common. But the one thing that I do notice is that she is asking questions, but I don't know if it's the editing chopping it up, or it seems like she's not letting him finish in a way. In a way, it seems like he is finished. That's why I can't tell if it's editing. But her questions, they're kind of rapid. She's actually listening because the questions go with the stuff that he's saying. So maybe it's the editing. I don't know, guys. Okay, so yeah, they hit it off. They talk about him being a singer-songwriter, her first husband, everybody in her family, her kids, they're all like into the music scene, and how he's from Seattle and she used to be in Seattle all the time. So they seem cool. Pam is still joking, but good jokes, because he talked about a little bar that he sings at sometime, and she said she's going to come. And if he hears somebody saying boo in the back, it's going to be her. He was like, please don't do that. He reminds me of somebody, and I cannot think who it is, an actor. We got a new lady dater, y'all. Her name is Lori. She's a cutie pie, 57. Okay. And they show Lori talking about how she hate the WYD text. You know, the same stuff we always say. I hate that WYD shit. Do not text that mess to me. She was just talking about the things that, you know, the modern day texting epidemic stuff that all women be talking about. So I'm not going to reiterate on that. She's been married, she's been divorced, and she's been single for over 15 years. She has 2 children. She has a son and a daughter. And they're a good-looking family. Them kids, they both are gorgeous. The son is, the daughter is really, good-looking. Wow, she's a coach, and then she's also a media correspondent for something in Atlanta, child. She said it so fast I couldn't even write it down. I don't even feel like rewinding. Oh, I remember. She said a celebrity media correspondent for ATL Plus magazine. But I thought I was saying it wrong. My bad, Lori. You go ahead with your bad self. So Lori and her daughter, damn, I can't think of her name right now. Her daughter's putting on her makeup, and they talk about the attributes of what her mom might want in a man. She asked her mom, basically, but did she ever answer? I don't know, but I know her daughter really knew the type of guy that, you know, that she wanted, a guy that's not intimidated by her, and that could be himself, and there was a few other things that I just can't think of right now. But Lori, remember, she's that media correspondent. She goes to events, and she goes to one particular event, and she has a crush there named Felton. It's a older man with a white beard, and he looks kind of handsome. I can't really, I don't know, something about him. I don't know, but he dresses really nice. You guys gotta see him for yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. But she likes him, and he put her in the friend zone. And he's really flashy too. I don't know if he's supposed to be just because he's at this event, but he looks like a flashy type of dude. She's flashy too, though. She is. She's flashy too, but she doesn't think that he sees her past anything but a friend. Pam and Paul had a good date. He got that number, and he got a kiss on the mouth from Pam. It was a peck, but I heard it and everything. He was shocked. He watching her walk away, y'all. You watching her walk away? So Avery called Suzanne, asked her out on a date. So they going out on Saturday. Suzanne was a little bit hesitant because it was a game day, so they're going to incorporate Georgia playing in the date. So Logan, the dating coach, she has to go visit Lori because she's new to the cast, like she does everybody. And right before Logan came, Lori and her son Sean was talking, and Sean was saying that his mom has a really big personality and she definitely needs a dating coach. So yeah, she talked with the dating coach, and then her and her son Sean was talking, and she asked her son, would he date her if he was, an older man, not her son? And he said no, he wouldn't. And she said why? And he said because she's very dominant. And he said he knows why she had to be, having to be a single mom and having to be, play both roles is why, whatever. And she said that she doesn't want to be that way, that, she hasn't found a place or a space to, be her soft feminine self, or as Wendy Williams said, soft and pink, So she said she's going to work on her femininity, and then, she going to practice on her son. And she told, she was playing around with him. Anise getting ready to go out with her date, which was the white dude. And then they show Nate, he getting ready to go out with somebody named Lisa. And he says that he has been too rigid, and he thinks that it has been hindering his opportunity to get dates. Hence what I said in the very first video, that I thought that was why he couldn't get somebody. Yep. So my analysis are spot on so far. Okay, so Anise is meeting somebody named Bill. Bill, 55, divorced. Is it 2 times? I think he's divorced 2 times. I can't understand my own handwriting. 2 years single, 2 kids, and he is a tech startup CEO. Okay. He got an accent too. Was it Australian? I don't know, but he says he's a hopeless romantic, but his daughter would call him a flirt, y'all. He is, I don't know if looks like he's kind of a silver fox. Yeah, he's a silver fox. I'm not talking about kind of. I don't know if he got some blonde sticking out or his hair is just platinum blonde. Oh my God. I said Australian. No, he is straight English. Yeah, she thinks he's handsome. They did a little hug or whatever. And he's very friendly. His impression was she was dressed well, very confident, nice smile, lovely person. I don't know if that is the way that they would say that they are sexually attracted in England, but that don't sound like, that sound like a friend. But we'll see. He is funny. He gonna say that he had to ask her a meaningful question that he really wouldn't normally do so early in a conversation after meeting somebody. And the question was, where does she stand on white after Labor Day? Because he got on some white pants. So Anise and Bill, they're having a good talk or whatever. And Anise asked him what did he think about them coming to him about a blind date, but not only just a blind date, but a blind date with a black woman. So he was like, some things to unpack. And then he finally was like, I only date black women. That was so funny. Like, they made it seem like, I don't know if it was the producers, but it made it seem as if he had a problem with black women in the beginning. And he said, I leaned in. I want to hear more. So, yeah, that's the end of this episode. it's starting to get a little bit better. I think once we know who everybody is, then it becomes a little bit better. I'm trying not to like sit here and tell y'all blow by blow. I'm trying to find like the good parts of it, but they don't keep it on one person for a long time. So sometimes it depends on how they switch back and forth, But anyway, thank y'all so much for taking the time to listen to me. And that was episode 3. Be interested, not interesting, of the Litigators. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the commentary. Comment if you have something to say, and I wish y'all would go in the comments and tell me something that you liked about the show. And also, don't forget that I'm going to have a vision board party coming up. All right, guys, thanks so much. Peace.
I'd like to kiss you, but I just washed my hair. Bye.